If you've had a baby, let yourself fully live in that season and watch the weight settle in for good, you're in the right place. I lost 70 pounds twice, and both times it was a pregnancy that undid it. Losing it was never the hard part. Keeping it off was.
This conversation isn't about pregnancy weight being a problem. Your body is supposed to change to grow a baby. It's about what happens when that season ends and there's no plan waiting for you on the other side.
Take me back to the moment after your second baby, you knew something had to change for good.
It was during a family funeral. At that time, I was working out consistently, but my eating habits still weren't on point at that point. But I went to a funeral and I just saw my family members just moving differently. You know, everyone's aging, but hardly moving, walking correctly. And it was at that point when I was watching everyone and I was thinking, okay, we have the same bloodline. I don't want this for myself. I want to be able to age, for lack of better terms, age more gracefully. I want to be able to move without somebody assisting me. I want to be able to, get up from my seat without, making sounds and sitting in pain and getting up feeling like I was in pain. So it was in that moment. And then I returned home and I remember speaking to you and was just like, yeah, starting tomorrow, I don't know if I said Monday or tomorrow, I'm going to be serious about this. I saw too many of my family members, just not moving in the way that they should be moving. And I didn't want that for myself. And I wanted something better for myself. I wanted something better for my family.
Both times you gained the weight back, it happened after a pregnancy. What did that season actually look like for you?
Just going through the motions of postpartum, a lot of anxiety, and I just felt out of place at that time. I just felt like I couldn't grasp the idea of making time to cook myself a nice meal, to work out consistently. I felt like I had to be around the kids at all times. I felt like I had to, when I was up, I had to like organize and clean. And it was a very draining time. Like I was very drained. And every time I thought I wouldn't go back. But with all the stress, I was stress eating. And I thought going into pregnancy, I thought when I had gone through my transformations, I knew better. I thought I'm not going to get back to that. I'm going to, have my babies, take care of myself. Like in my mind, I was going to do all the right things so I wouldn't go too far. And I obviously fooled myself to think that that wouldn't happen. I just didn't have a plan, and I just overestimated or underestimated exactly how I was going to feel during this pregnancy and what the stress would have done for me.
What was actually different the second time you lost it? Not the diet, the plan.
I had to figure out a good time to work out. I had to figure out how I was going to navigate my journey for, a second, third time with two kids. So when it was one child, I felt like it was completely different from when I had a second child and trying to figure out how to navigate everything. I felt like I was more tired. I felt like I had more on my plate with the second child. So it took me a longer time to actually get up and start doing what I was supposed to do, because now I'm juggling two kids. I'm going to work, and when I come home from work, I'm tired, but I haven't spent time with the kids, so I want to be around them. And I felt guilty if I took time to work out and not be around them. So it just, that was the difference. It was just I wasn't mentally trying to prepare myself or mentally trying to figured things out. It was just like, I can't. I kept telling myself, I can't do it. I already wake up early for work. I have to wake up earlier. And then it's like when I come from work, I'm tired and I have to spend time with the kids. There's no way for me to fit in a workout. So the hardest part was actually finding a good time and not letting the excuses pollute my mind.
That wasn't what I asked, but we'll leave it in. What was actually different the second time you lost it? Not the diet, the plan.
With one, it did take me a while in the beginning. After one, I know we used to go to a park and we would work out outside and I would walk. However, my eating habits were just taking over. When I started to follow a plan, I realized, okay, I have to start doing something. Let me take this seriously. Once I had a plan that I had to follow, I felt like I had no choice but to follow that plan because this plan was thought out. I told you that I needed the plan in order to work out. So I felt like at that point, I have no excuses. I have the plan and I have a gym downstairs. And what I did was this time I had to include my son. So bringing him downstairs while I was working out and being able to complete my workout, having that time and also having him there was really helpful because I felt like I had no excuse.
Now, if you could sit down today with the version of you right after either pregnancy, give her 5 fast tips. Go.
1 would be get an assessment to see where you're at. 2 would be start small. Don't, think that you need to do something 45 minutes. Do something even if it's 5-10 minutes. Go for a walk. 3 would be wake up earlier, even if it's 10-15 minutes earlier, and get the workout in. Do something with that time, that extra time that you have, and get it out the way. 4, try to incorporate one healthy habit. So what I would say is, if that means drinking more water, start off by drinking more water. If that means trying to fit in a walk daily, if you're not a walker or don't get out much, try to fit in a walk 5 minutes and increase it weekly. And 5, try to get some sleep. If you are not sleeping, and I know that's hard, but if you're not sleeping, you are going to be drained. You are going to be tired, and that's just going to give you excuses as to why you cannot go and work out. So try to, even if it's 5-10 minutes, try to get in more sleep. Try to get a nap in when you can.
What would you say to a mom who feels like the baby weight just became who she is now?
I have yet to meet someone who does feel comfortable after the baby weight, but it doesn't have to be you. I think we get so used to it after a while, especially if it's a year or 2. After my second son, I didn't really start my fitness journey, my transformation journey again until after 2 years. And you get tired. You get tired of it. It doesn't have to be you. I knew those 2 years that wasn't me, and that's not what I wanted it to be, but it doesn't have to be you. You don't have to hold on to that. You can take care of yourself. I know you think, okay, I have these kids and they're young and I don't have time for myself. Try to find the time for yourself. Like, again, if it's 5-10 minutes, put in something, march in place for 5-10 minutes. And then you never know, you increase it, weekly. And now you're going out for a walk. Do something, but invest in yourself.
Pregnancy resetting your body isn't a failure. It's biology. What actually changed both times wasn't the season. It was not having a plan waiting for you when it ended.
If you've had a baby and you're still waiting to feel like yourself again, find us on Facebook and comment real life. We'll send you the free 7-day re-entry, because that's exactly what neither of my pregnancies came with. Or get the link in the description.